In the few minutes I've got remaining with you, I'd like to share the things for which I am most thankful. Those things which veterans, like those here today, have sacrificed throughout our country's history. I do, by the way, realize that no matter how hard I try to say something important, and no matter how hard you try to remember what I say, you'll forget it in a matter of days, a result of our fast-paced world in which we live. I have therefore chosen my words carefully and promise to be short and to the point. I also promise to make you laugh, cry, and feel enormously proud to be an American. All I ask is that you listen. So let's get started. I'm thankful for the game of football, for ESPN, Law and Order reruns that I haven't seen, the History Channel, and people that still use paper clips instead of those little silly silver clam things. I'm thankful for travelers who actually listen and don't try to squeeze an oversized bag into the overhead compartment on an airplane. And I'm thankful for shoppers who can accurately count to 15 when they put the items in their cart in the checkout, in this express checkout thing. I'm thankful for people that sing the national anthem the way it was intended to be sung. And those who stand a little taller. And those that stand a little taller and place their hand over their heart when that proud song is sung. I'm thankful for people who can laugh at themselves and those that say good morning and really mean it. I'm thankful for men who still open doors for ladies. And I'm thankful for my yellow lab that is always my friend, no matter how bad my day is going. I'm thankful for radio stations that play the oldies. Tell me the last time anyone recorded a song that came anywhere close to My Girl by the Temptations. Unchained Melody by the Righteous Brothers. Or the Rolling Stones, I can't get no. Now say it with me, I can't get no. There we go. I'm thankful for country western music. How can you beat lyrics like, all my exes in Texas, she's a good bass fisher, dynamite kisser, country is a turnip green, and she left the suds in the bucket and the clothes hanging on the line. I'm thankful for my bride, Pam. She refuses to let any situation get her down, no matter how hard it is on her, me, our family, or our extended Army family. Lord knows we've had our challenges over the past 31 years together in the Army. She's always kept us moving in the right direction. Most importantly, she's been my cheerleader and my guardian. The best way to describe the ethic from her is a verse in Jeremiah. As for me and my family, we'll serve the Lord. I'm thankful for my future assignment, provided the U.S. Senate will confirm me, and it's a doozy. But I'm confident that I'll be able to help save the lives of soldiers and Marines and their limbs as I go off and direct the Joint Improvised Explosive Device Defeat Organization. I'm thankful for grandchildren. One of the best feelings that I've ever had was while I was rocking in a rocking chair on my deck in my Blue Ridge Mountain home in North Carolina. Grandson Jack, 3 years old, comes running around the corner, comes over and crashes against me in the rocking chair. I spill my drink. He sticks his thumb up in my face and says, "Pops, we're buddies." I'm thankful for those moments in life that keep you humble, that keep you from reading your own headlines. While we were traveling from Fort Hood, Texas to Fort Monroe, Virginia on my last change of assignments, We stopped in a diner in Mississippi. The waitress stood there at the counter, popping her gum, looking right at us. I think she wanted a big tip. After a few minutes of kind of awkwardness, she looked at Pam and said adoringly, "Ma'am, what beautiful hair you have." Then she studied me for a minute and said, "I'll bet you were handsome when you were young." I'm thankful for my country. Sure, we've got our ups and downs, and the challenges today are enormous. But no one can deny that we remain the beacon of freedom for the world. We debate, we struggle, we celebrate, we mourn, yet we endure and we become a stronger nation. People often ask me what was the best part of commanding the 3rd Corps in Fort Hood, Texas. That answer is easy. I commanded the best soldiers the world has ever known. Now, that since 9/11, almost 1 million young Americans have freely chosen to join the Army, active, reserve, and National Guard. They have stepped forward to do the heavy lifting for our country in a time of war. I am thankful for the character of American soldiers. When times get tough, and I mean really tough, the one thing that surfaces more than anything else that gets you through those times is character. Now, I'd ask you to listen to the character of a young officer serving in Iraq when I was the multinational corps commander. This young captain had just been told that his unit, which had been in already very difficult combat for a year, would be extended for 2 more months. He gathered his unit and personally told his brave young warriors about the redeployment date. As expected, a few heads hung low. He told them, "Our nation is calling upon us to fight beyond our scheduled redeployment date. The Army is not for the weak and the timid and the faint-hearted. If February the 28th is our road home, let's attack it head-on and with renewed vigor, and not fail the American people whom we swore to support and defend." He then told them, "You have 10 seconds to scream, whine, and complain at the top of your lungs." And they let out a loud and thunderous cry that could be heard all across the camp. To some amazement, some of them said, "Too easy, sir." But when the yelling was over, the 10 seconds had passed, these selfless warriors picked up their rifles, put their war faces back on, and went back to the business of defending everything we cherish as Americans. I'm thankful for the power of words at just the right time and the messages that send sometimes from just unlikely sources. Listen to 13-year-old Jessica's letter to her daddy, Command Sergeant Major, 3 days after she learned that he had been killed in action. "One thing that I regret is when you wanted to open the door for me, but I always got it myself. I wish I had let you do it. And when you wanted to hold my hand, I sometimes pulled away because I didn't want people to see me holding Daddy's hand. You always told me and Mom you never wanted to die in a stupid way like a car accident or something like that. And you really didn't die in a stupid way. You died in a most admirable way a man like you wanted and could die, protecting me, Mom, Joseph, Amanda, and the rest of the United States. From a young soldier, fresh out of basic training, when approached by a complete stranger in an airport, asked why he joined the Army. The young soldier said, "I joined the Army because I want to die for something instead of from something."